How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the video. Today, as you can see, we are currently inside my car, and that's because, as well you could tell from the title of the video, we are doing some carbon fiber work, some carbon fiber interior pieces. Now, I figured, oh, the crack in my dash is getting bigger. What the fuck? Do you guys see this right here? I'm so butthurt. I just saw this crack about a month ago. And it was like right here, and it's slowly creeping up now, and I'm really butthurt. It's the only crack I have on the dash. I'm very pissed off. Oh, wait. Maybe we have one right here. Is that a crack? Fuck. Well, I'm pissed. So that sucks. But anyways, we're doing some carbon fiber work. I'm starting on the interior pieces because I want to get the hang of it. All of these pieces will just be overlays, just to kind of get used to working with resin and the carbon fiber in general. And then I'm gonna move on to actually making some like real dry carbon fiber or wet carbon fiber, if you, I don't know how you wanna call it, pieces out of molds and things like that. So the easiest part I figured I'm gonna start with is these A-pillars, because these are super easy and super simple to just pop off. And I really haven't seen too many people do these in carbon fiber, so I thought it'd be pretty dope. I got this video from a YouTube channel called Locals. They're in Canada, and that guy did it on his R32, I believe it was, and it came out pretty good. These aren't fabric, they're just a hard plastic that looks kind of the same color as the fabric top, so it'd be perfect to start on that. First one came out, didn't break anything. Huge pain in the ass. Like, guys, you really need to tug on this shit. And if it feels like it's gonna break, then keep tugging harder. So I'm about to go get the other side off, and maybe I'll record that. Fuck. Ah, fuck, that hurts. So what you're gonna need for this carbon fiber overlaying is you'll need some epoxy or resin. I decided to choose this. Saw this on another YouTube video. It's a super easy 1-to-1 mix ratio. I really didn't want to mess a whole lot with measuring or weighing. I just wanted something really simple, really easy, and for something really small, I chose this stuff. However, once I start moving to the bigger projects, I already have a company and their resin picked out already, so I'll do a review, or I'll do a video over those once I get to that point. But for now, gonna stick with the small stuff. Need a couple mixing cups, foam brush or any type of brush, and then your carbon fiber fabric. As I said, guys, this is a real thing. This isn't that cheap 3M lookalike vinyl wrap. This is the real fabric, 2x2 weave. Pretty awesome stuff, and just look at the color. It's crazy. Oh, that's picking up on camera. That's crazy though. But, so, like I said, we're gonna get our parts. This is the left side, the right side's up there, and when I lay this out, we're gonna make sure that this weave pattern, as you can see, is kind of going diagonal now. We want it to go that way-ish. It'll probably make more sense once I lay it out, but that's the plan. We're gonna start laying out. I need to go get some tape to tape off the squares. But yeah, I'm really excited though. This stuff is awesome. Oh, and before we start, there's a couple methods you can do as far as getting the first, or getting the one layer of carbon fiber on whatever you're sticking on. A lot of videos, people use the, like that spray adhesive stuff you would use for like fabric and headliners and stuff like that. People will spray a thing of spray adhesive, put the carbon fiber on it, get it all stuck down, and then do your coats of resin on top of that. I didn't buy that, kind of forgot about it. So the video, like I said, from the Locals channel, he just did one layer of resin on this actual base piece, let it tack up, then put the fabric over it, and then do your layers of resin. So I think that's what I'm gonna do because like I said, I didn't buy that adhesive, but that is another option for you guys. To get that stuck down, just spray adhesive over it, lay your piece, get it all stuck down around the edges, and then you could do your resin. So we're gonna do the first coat of resin on this right now and on the other piece, just to get it all tacked up, and then we'll start measuring out, cutting up the fabric. All right, that might be enough for one. So we'll see. Try to add in the same amount of hardener. It's gonna really eyeball it. Oh shit. I think that was close enough. Now I don't have a mixing stick, so I'm gonna use an old pencil. And we're gonna mix it all up. And then maybe I will pour it on just to kind of get it going, and then use the brush at the same time to brush it all over. All right, so now we're all done with that. Unfortunately on the box, it doesn't say how long the cure time is. So I'm probably gonna check it every hour. You don't wanna wait until it fully hardens. You wanna wait until it's tacky. Like when you touch it, it's sticky, but nothing comes off when you touch it. You wanna wait till that point, then you'll get your carbon fiber sheet or piece, and then you'll lay it out over, and then we'll apply our next coat of resin. As you can see right here, I've been doing pretty good with the 1-to-1 ratio. Unfortunately, I think that might only be enough for one piece. We're gonna find out, but I really think it will be, especially only one coat. I wanna do at least 2 to 3 coats of resin, so I'm gonna order another one off Amazon, and this video will probably span out over a couple of days, but we will lay at least one of these with carbon and do 1 layer of resin today, which will be good. I already marked out where I want to cut it on both sides, because that's just how the weave would match up. You see right there on the other side. You want to lay it out in tape and then cut in the middle so the carbon fiber doesn't fray off like you see on these ends right here. You really don't want that in the middle, so that's why you use the tape. Cut on the inside, and then once we're done, this is for the right side, the passenger side. So I'll probably do that one first. We'll cut it out, lay it over, and start shaping it all together. Well, there's my dog. As you can tell, this has been an all-day event. It's literally dark time now. Get out of here. So basically, completely out of resin, so that's awesome. I gotta wait until Sunday. Today is Friday for more resin. I got off Amazon, so hopefully it comes Saturday. That'd be dope, but it's probably gonna be until Sunday. Here's the first one. We have 1 coat of resin fully on this one, and it's just drying up now. I want to do at least 3 more coats. This one doesn't have resin on, but that base layer that we did earlier finally got tacky enough to where I was able to put this sheet on it and form to it. So that's really nice. Now that'll keep its form until I get the resin on it to really seal it in. That took forever to line up, but the weave still turned out pretty decent, so I'm happy. Kind of lifting a little, but it's fine. Probably if I do this again, I definitely will get the that 3M adhesive that I saw other people use. Definitely gonna use the adhesive next time. It'll just make life so much easier. Spray the adhesive, get the carbon fiber on it to form to whatever object you want, and then just dump resin on top of it. So next time I do this, definitely going that route when I do the other interior pieces. But so far, that's holding up. I'm about to bring it back over here to lay it flat because I really want all the edges or everything to stay down. I think that kind of top section over there keeps popping out, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna bring it back over here, let it completely dry, sit overnight, and hopefully tomorrow, guys, it turns out good. I really hope so. It's gonna be a huge pain in the ass trying to rip that carbon fiber off if it doesn't work. So I'll see you guys in the morning. So here we are, quite a few days later because of bad weather and snow and all that. My resin was late getting delivered, but here's the first coat. It's completely fully dried. I trimmed off the excess carbon that was here, so I still have to do one more coat of resin where I'm going to do more of turning these edges over here. I'm not so worried about these end pieces because these, when I reinstall them, you'll see they kind of go into the dash. So you're really not gonna see anything past like here. So as far as how this looks down here, I'm really not too concerned, but once I get the resin on there and kind of fold these edges over, it's gonna look a lot better. But still. Then as far as the rest of it goes, it's coming out really well. I'm very happy with it. Resin on that is done. That finally got its first coat. Not very much saturation, so I'll definitely have to go pretty heavy on the second coat tomorrow. But if I haven't said it already, guys, I'm gonna say it again. I definitely recommend getting that adhesive spray stuff and using that to lay the carbon over whatever you're doing in order for it to stick and stay to the shape that you're doing. Because I had some edges on this part lift up, which again, this is towards the bottom, so you're not gonna really see that much, but still this edge on this side stuck up, it didn't stay down. So I tried to really pat resin in there to try and get it down. So we'll see how that turns out. And then over here, it kind of bubbled up, which this side you will see. So I'm a little butthurt about that, but it kind of came up there. So definitely recommend the next time I do this, definitely gonna use that 3M adhesive, fabric adhesive stuff in order to get the carbon fiber stuck, laid down, and then do the resin over it. So this one has the second and final coat, and it's came out really nice. I'm very happy with it. So I'm gonna give both of these a full day to dry because that's how long it takes. Then we'll clear coat this one and then go in with the Dremel, like I said, to clean the edges up, and we'll install this one first, see how it goes, and then we'll have to install that one last, but turning out pretty well, pretty happy. All right, now after I'm finished with grinding down all the edges to get it all sort of smooth, now we're gonna go into it with some 800 grit sandpaper and we're gonna wet sand. So I'm gonna wet sand the whole surface, do all the edges to make everything all nice and smooth, and then we'll take this thing outside and get to clear coating. And then for the clear coat, I plan to do probably 3 coats of clear coat. And as you can already see, there's some low spots in the resin on the carbon fiber, but I didn't really feel like doing over a third coat on it. I probably could try and fill it in, make it more even, but this is a learning experience, guys. I am gonna mess up, so hopefully with this 800 grit sandpaper, I can smooth everything down a little bit more to make it more, or I guess less noticeable. I guess we'll see, but let's get on with the wet sand. All right, final coat of clear coat is on. I didn't record it because you guys have seen painting before, but looking good. Here it is in the light. Pretty cool. Looks pretty good. We're gonna go pop it in. That might be a good angle, who knows? Let's see if we can get this back in there. I don't even remember how the hell I took this thing out. That's about it. Well, I think it fits. I guess we'll see. Very, very tight fits. Probably should have sanded or grinded down a little bit more. But I think she's in there. Don't think it's gonna come out. Pretty good fitment overall. I mean, I'm happy with it. For my first time, not too bad. See the weave. Kind of got wavy up on the top, but that's fine. Not too bad. Well, hope you guys liked that video of, you know, just really simple carbon fiber work. And there'll definitely be more to come because I definitely like doing it and I'm going to do a lot more of it. So, not too bad. See you guys in the next one. Deuces.
Didn't even get to cross.